You can't answer 'cause it's Yom Kippur. You want it so bad. The hunger is real. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
you probably think that we took this too far.
You still can't eat till Jeff blows the shofar. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
She never listens.
Good Yontiv, everyone. We hope you're enjoying our services and much more, our production. The faces of so many of our congregants and the bits and the participation and everyone just hitting the screen. This is who we are. One big family, we're all contributing, and we hope everyone's getting a lot of satisfaction from our Yom Kippur commemoration together. We want to invite you to turn now to page 290 in your Machzorim, as we are going to continue with our Yizkor Memorial Service. If you have your Yizkor Memorial booklets at home, they were given to all the families with the Machzor and all the other handouts in the bag. You can take them, see the names of the people that you're remembering and your congregational families are remembering. And this is one of the times of the year when we summon our strength to look back and remember all the loved ones who have died, who gave us life and our lives so much meaning, and though not with us physically, continue to live on in our spirits and our hearts in love forevermore. The Yizkor Memorial Service begins on page 290. The death of those that we now remember left great holes in our lives, but we are grateful for the gift of their lives, and we are strengthened by the blessings which they left us, by precious memories which comfort and sustain us as we recall their souls on this blessed day of Yom Kippur. I invite you, starting on page 12 and continuing up several pages, to connect with the individual prayers that will speak to your hearts, that will connect you to the loved ones that we miss. As we remember them, may their shemot, their names, be lezecher tavav livracha, for a beautiful remembrance always, and may they rest in peace. Amen. Pages 12 through 19. Page 293 in our Machzorim corresponds to page 19 in our Yizkor Memorial booklets. We continue with the memorial prayer for all.
El Malei Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Havetzem Nechana, Tachat Kanfei HaShechina, B'malot Yeroshim Udehorim, Zohar Harakia Mazirim, Lenishmat Kol Eila Shizkanu Hayom Livracha שהולכו לעולמם בגן עדן, תהי מנוחתם, ענה באל הרחמים הסתירים בסתר כנפיך לעולמים, וצרור בצרור החיים את נשמותיהם. אדוני הוא נחלתם, וינוחו בשלום. המשכבותיהם ונאמר Amen.
We join together in the English of the memorial prayer. Exalted, compassionate God, grant perfect peace in your sheltering presence among the holy and the pure, whose radiance is like the heavens, to the souls of all those we have recalled today. May their memory be a blessing, and may they rest in paradise. Master of mercy, may they find eternal shelter beneath your sheltering wings, and may their souls be bound up in the bond of life. Adonai is their portion. May they rest in peace. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Page 293 in our Machzorim. I invite you to join me in the reading of the 23rd Psalm. May this be a psalm of comfort for one and for all who mourns. The Psalm of David. Adonai is my shepherd, I shall not want. God gives me repose in green meadows and guides me over calm waters. God will revive my spirit and direct me on the right path, for that is God's way. Though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no harm, for you are at my side. Your staff and your rod comfort me. You prepare a banquet for me in the presence of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and kindness shall be my portion all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Adonai in the fullness of time. Amen. And now on 294, I invite everyone who would like to join in to remember all the people that live on in your memories with the sacred words of remembrance, the Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal, v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalama divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imaru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach liolam ulomeo maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'richu li'ela li'ela mikol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'aloma v'imaru amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'Imaru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Romav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'Imaru Amen. For all of us who mourn, and there are so many people mourning in the world at this time, we extend words of comfort and consolation, as is our way. Hamakom yenachem etchem b'toch sha'ar v'lei tzion v'rishalayim. May God strengthen and comfort you now and always among all those who mourn in Zion and Jerusalem and all those who mourn throughout the world. Amen.
Amen.
This, my friends, concludes the Yizkor Memorial Service. The next time we say it as a community is the 8th day of Sukkot, known as Shmini Chag HaAtzeret. Last night, if you lit your Yortzeit lights, if not, do it today whenever you get a chance, or right after the holiday, and then we'll light them again before Shmini Atzeret to say Yizkor again. And now at this time, we are going to turn to page 298. Let me also add that every day is an opportunity for us to do a mitzvah in memory of someone who died, who taught us how to live well, how to live justly and compassionately. And every time we do something in their memory, we make the world a better place, and we set their souls further at ease and at rest. May we be inspired by the beauty and the love and the greatness of the past that still lives on within us. Amen.
Amen.
Page 298. We are going to open the Aron Kodesh and replace the Sefer Torah with the Eitz Chaim.
Eitz Chaim hi lamachasikim ba v'tomcheha meushar Deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivateha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Tekedem.
So the strangest thing happened a few days ago, or recently we were getting the Torahs ready. I opened the ark, and all of a sudden it seemed like there was whispering in there, and all of a sudden it stopped, and all of a sudden the Torahs looked at me and went, "Hey, did you forget about us? Where you been?" They look great. They're doing just fine. They're hanging out, as you can see, doing okay, and wait for us to come hug them again and hold them and open them and roll them and touch them and kiss them. But I told them we're coming back, hang in there, and they're doing just fine. They said they would be there waiting for us when we return. We know that the Torah is actually in our hands, to carry them in your hearts and in your love. Amen.
Amen.
So now we're going to turn to page 337. On Yom Kippur Day, we have a service known as Martyrology, in which we recall some of the great lives of Jewish history that sadly died al Kiddush Hashem, which means in sanctification of God's name. All the persecutions, all the individuals, all the communities, culminating in the Holocaust. So many people have died simply because they were Jewish, trying to live as Jews, trying to live the lives they were born into or the lives they chose, and the lives that would bring them beauty and meaning to themselves and the world. And unfortunately, the presence of hatred and evil has disturbed so many lives, ended lives, and destroyed so many dreams. But though people have died, they're not forgotten, and so many of them leave us with incredible lessons. You heard the story of Rabbi Amnon of Mayence, who when he was tortured, he wrote Unatan Tokef, let us seize the holiness and the opportunities of this day. We say that about not only Yom Kippur, about every day. Every day is fraught with opportunity to improve ourselves and do something great to redeem the world. On page 337, Eila Ezkara, these do I recall. These words this year remind me of the slogan that so many have been saying about the people who have died because of racial violence. Say their names and speak their names. I talked about the importance of names today. Names are the first entry into our souls and our identity. And today we are thinking of and speaking many names of people that deserve to be remembered. Again, I remind you, we all know, remembering Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg this week, who was laid to rest. And so there are many names to recall, unfortunately way too many throughout Jewish history. On page 337, I want to share with you at the bottom the story of Rabbi Akiva. He unfortunately suffered a torturous death, but he was surrounded by his students, and he used his death as a teaching opportunity. How strong is that? And he pretty much told his students that he died with a smile on his lips because he died saying Shema Yisrael. This is one reason why so many Jews across the world say the Shema is the last thing before they go to sleep while they sit on their beds. So I hope you're stirred by his story and all the other stories as we read these words on 337. The Romans decreed that the people of Israel no longer be allowed to study Torah. Rabbi Akiva publicly convened assemblies and continued to teach Torah, disobeying the Roman edict. He was captured and imprisoned. The hour of execution was the time for the recitation of the morning Shema, so as they scraped his skin with iron combs, he recited the Shema, accepting the yoke of the sovereignty of heaven and his fate. And his pupils cried out in disbelief. Even now, Rabbi? He said to them, yes, because all my life I was troubled that I could not fulfill the verse, to love God with all of your soul and all of your might. And that is, even should God take my life, I asked myself, if that time would come, would I be there to fulfill this verse? And now that I have that possibility to live up to the words of the Shema, shall I not fulfill it? He prolonged the word Echad of Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, and with his final breath, his soul left him as he uttered these words. Eila Ezkara, this do I remember. If you're moved by the story, I'm sure lots of you have done it. We've done it at the Shabbaton together. People try to say Shema as the last words before they go to sleep. It's a great tradition to teach our kids, for parents to say it with the families. And we've had art projects. You can do it at home, looking for something to do during Corona. People have taken pillowcases and have drawn the word Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad on the pillowcase and decorated them so the kids love them. And they love the Shema and they love their tradition. So we mourn the death of Rabbi Akiva, but we give thanks that his story and his spirit lives on within each and every one of us who's carrying the torch of keeping Judaism alive in our time. At this time, I'm going to invite you to turn to page 344. You have time during the day, you can consider the other stories that are from 337 till then. On 344, what you will see, I guess I got, oh, there it is, okay, all the way in the left, okay. 344, in the left-hand margin, there is a singular version of the Mourner's Kaddish that is dedicated to those who were slain and perished in the Holocaust. The 6 million Jews and the 5 million others, totally 11 million. I invite you to say these words of remembrance with me, and let us realize that the killing of people today because of hatred still goes on. So let us not only remember the past, say these words, but work towards more racial justice for everyone in the future. Yitkadal, Kishinev, V'yitkadash, Warsaw, Shemei Rabbah, Auschwitz. V'alama divra kirutei, Dachel, V'yamlich malchutei, Buchenwald. V'chayechon, V'yomechon, Babi Yar, Uv'chaye, Dechol Beit Yisrael, Baghdad. Ba'agala uvizman kariv, Chevron, V'imaru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach, Li'olam, U'lomei Olmaya. Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, Kfar Etzion, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitromam, Mayans. V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, Teresian. V'yitalev, V'yitalal, Treblinka. Shmei Dekudsha, Richu, Bergen-Belsen. Liela, Liela, Vilna, Mikol Birchata V'Shirata, Usha, Tushbachata V'Nechamata, Masada, Diamiran Bialama, Yerushalayim, Jerusalem, V'imaru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imaru, Amen. Oseh Shalom Imromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imaru, Amen. So dear friends, we're going to conclude with a blessing and a song, and then remind you that the afternoon family service with Rabbi Roni is at 1:30. 5:30, Cantor and I are back here for Mincha, including a great presentation of Yonah, not to be missed. We'll run into the Elah, we'll say Havdalah, and blast the final shofar note to signal the end of the day by 7:30. Maybe a minute or so before, certainly not after, by 7:30. And that's when we'll break our fast. So we hope that all this has been very meaningful. We want to thank everyone who's made the production possible, everyone from Sally Mitlis and Austin and the technical crew, to Peter Ghosh, our in-house technical crew, to Valerie and all the maintenance staff and all the people right here in the shul. We want to thank Cantor Benjamin again and say mazel tov to him and Becca on their recent engagement. We want to say Yashkach to Aaron and the entire ritual committee, and to everybody who has helped out preparing these services. We want to say Yashkach to our president, to Michael Drosner and the board, the officers, and everybody for all they've done. We want to say Yashkach to Jeff Walters, our wonderful chauffeur blower. Hold a little bit of that Yashkach back. He's got one more note to go. And also, we want to say Yashkach to the SEALs who blew the shofar for us in Rosh Hashanah, if you remember those guys. And they literally worked for peanuts or raw fish, as it were. And we want to say Yashkach to, I think I said, if not again, everybody who appeared on the videos, whether it was your montage and the greetings, whether you read Torah, Haftorah, lifted a Torah, held a Torah, everything you did, you contributed to the greater good. We want to say Yashkach to Rabbi Roni and to everybody who's helping with the family services in the school. And I hope I didn't forget too many. I always forget somebody, but really the Yashkach goes out to everybody. To everybody who's a part of our congregational family, doing everything you can to support and sustain ourselves and to get the meaning and the inspiration that you want back from us. We want to say Ashkal to everybody who saw this from near and far. We hope you'll join us later in the day, throughout the day. And even if you're not with us, feel free to come in a little bit before 7:30 for Havdalah, maybe about 10, 15 minutes early. Come in for Havdalah, the final shofar blast, and we'll all ring out Yom Kippur 5781 together. So please join us for our final song of Oseh Shalom, our song of peace.
Oseh Shalom Imromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Yisrael, 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 V'imru, Amen.
Adonai Ozeh Imo Yitein, Adonai Yivarech et Amav Shalom. May we all be blessed with everything good, with health, with courage, with insight, with optimism, and with hope in a better tomorrow. We hope that all of us will have a tzom kal, an easy fast, a meaningful day, and a gemar chatima tova. May we all be sealed in the book of life after the final shofar note. Yom Tov, everyone. Have a good one. See you at 1:30, 5:30, before 7:30. We'll see you soon.
We're back! On behalf of the Salkin family,
And the Barbash family.
we want to wish you a Gemar Chatima Tova.
Have an easy fast, everybody.
Don't eat it! You have to fast cause it's Yom Kippur. No eating all day till you drop to the floor. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Yeah.
You can't answer 'cause it's Yom Kippur. You want it so bad. The hunger is real. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
think that we took this too far.
You still can't eat till Jeff blows the shofar. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
She never listens.